We started dating at 22. We were like babies.
We're like old now.
We didn't know anything. Like compromise? What's that?
I am from the beautiful Pacific Northwest, born and raised. I come from a town called Auburn, Washington, that's about 30 miles south of Seattle.
I was born and raised in Lima, Peru, and I came to the US when I was 18.
I went to grad school in New Orleans, Louisiana, at Tulane University, and I was kind of dating somebody while I was there, and then I started to get curious about girls kind of toward the end of my program. So I was writing my friend back home saying, you know what, I think I'm kind of curious about girls. And she was like, well, when you get home, I'll take you out and show you what it's like. She's gay. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I was out with my friends. We went to a bar and we were, having a good time. Then like this group of girls walked in, and I was at the other end of the bar, and I saw Ashley, and it was like I got struck by lightning. She was so beautiful. I just remember thinking, oh my God, I know this person already. This is the weirdest feeling. I felt like when I saw her, I could see her soul or something. Like I felt like I knew she was like such a good person and so sweet, and like I felt like I already knew her.
I feel like there was this love, this undeniable, overwhelming feeling of love for Fio since the first time I saw her 11 years ago.
As the night went on, like I realized she was like on a date, like someone had like her arm around her, and like I'm like, oh, of course,
2 weeks after I saw Fio for the first time, I went to Kenya, Africa, because I was finishing up my grad school program there and I was going to spend the summer there. And while I was in Africa, I just kept thinking about Fio, like, who was that girl? So when I got back from Africa, I started hanging out with Fio as a group, and there's just this undeniable connection that nobody could deny. And a couple months later, Fio and I started dating, and it was basically love at first sight, love at first everything.
I Googled what is the most romantic place to propose to someone. And like Diamond Head volcano in Hawaii came up, so that's where we went. This is like 2 years into a relationship, and we were experiencing kind of some insecurities, and I thought of this great idea of like, what's gonna fix all these problems? I want to propose. I wanted to show her that I was like in it to win it. I was not gonna go anywhere. I wanted to put in the work, and so I spent all my money on a ring.
We were actually arguing quite a bit on the trip, and I convinced Fio to go on a hike with me, and for anyone who knows Fio, hiking is not her gig. And we went on this beautiful hike and made our way to the top, and then
I got down on one knee and said, I'm not into hikes, but I'm willing to hike mountains up with you for the rest of our lives.
And so I said yes.
Marriage wasn't legal for most of our relationship, so when it became legal, we felt so validated, and so we got married,
and that was amazing.
Love was there since the beginning, but through time and the work that we've put into the relationship, it's really like strengthened like everything. I would say we love each other now way more than we did whatever love happened at the beginning, because I feel like we're enjoying like the fruits of our labor.
I felt like I was in love with Fio from the moment I saw her, to be honest. It just felt like this connection, this deep connection that I couldn't explain. I feel like if you open your heart, you can really fall in love with any gender, and that's what happened to me with Fio. It's just love at first sight, and now we're basically inseparable.
Yeah,
We're like twins. Without her.